As much as we all like to rip on men, this is time to take some accountability.
So just to be clear, Cristiano Ronaldo, who meets your criteria for what a 10 is, what about him do you dislike?
He's married.
Well, okay, hold on. Assuming he was single.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I don't know him personally. I would love to get to know him.
Assuming his personality was good enough.
The mind games being played right now need to be studied. They always want to look holier than thou.
Would I pursue him?
Sure.
Possibly.
Okay.
Possibly, yeah.
So do you think you could get him?
I guess I
Assuming
wouldn't.
he was single. Like, let's say you wanted him. Whatever the determinations are for what you want in a guy. And he was single. Do you think you could get him?
I mean, it's a really hard question just because I don't know him. And it takes
Let's assume you were able to meet him though.
And I got to like him and his personality, and it's someone that I think I could see myself with. Then I would.
So let's assume it.
It's so funny. The way she speaks, it almost sounds like she's the one with all the leverage. You know, there's a million yous and one Ronaldo, right?
It's baked into the hypothetical that you're attracted to him, and the other components are there for the other criteria is there for what it would take for you to be willing to date him. The question is then, do you think, assuming you wanted him, that you could get him?
Probably not.
Why is that?
I just that's not my world. I'm not out there. I'm not in the.
Let's assume you met him. You had an opportunity to meet him. Could you get him?
She was almost about to say it. She was right there. You're not qualified.
I think it's an unrealistic question to ask me if I could get someone.
He lives on the planet. I mean,
yeah, but you're asking a question that we don't know each other. You're asking solely based on what I see from a physical perspective, which is not everything.
Sure. Okay, here, let's bake this into the hypothetical then too. You know he responds to his Instagram DMs. Do you think if you slid into his DMs that you could get him?
No, I wouldn't be that person sliding into his DMs.
You are really dumb, for real.
No.
Okay, he was here in Santa Barbara and you ran into him. Do you think you could get him?
Again, if I could get to know this guy, maybe. I don't know. You're asking a question that I feel it takes time to get to know someone. I don't know if I would like him.
And don't forget, she's a master spiritual healer. Her spirit is way off right now.
It's baked in that he meets your other criteria for personality. So it's assumed that you like him. You talk to him. Could you get him though?
Isn't that? I mean, this would also depend on if he has reciprocal feelings towards me. So it's not just me.
Right. Do you think he would have those
no
reciprocal
idea.
feelings?
That would
It's like pulling teeth.
be like such a question you would have to ask him. Why would you assume that I would know that?
Because it's a hypothetical.
Well, then anything is hypothetical, right?
Right, but I'm asking you a specific hypothetical.
Hypothetically, yeah. Yeah, hypothetically speaking, then sure, I could get him.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
Okay. All right. So, okay, Ronaldo, Zac Efron. Yeah, look, so I guess the reason why I say it does have this impact is you're going to be chasing after a certain caliber of guy if you can't make a self-assessment about your own position. So essentially, and this is where, because as a guy, I could be delusional, but I get slapped in the face immediately. Now, not literally, but I get slapped in the face with reality. So the difference is, if I step to a girl outside of my league and I'm assuming I'm pleasant and I make myself sexually available to her, instant rejection. Instant rejection. A woman who's outside of my league doesn't entertain me for anything. I don't get a conversation. I don't get a date. I don't get a dinner. I don't get a one-night stand. I don't get strung along for a couple weeks or months in a situationship where she's just using me for sex. Doesn't happen, even if I'm pleasant and making myself sexually available to her. Women, on the other hand, you can be pleasant and make yourself sexually available to a man outside of your league, and he will absolutely keep you around for sex. He'll keep you around for sex. You're not going to get commitment, but so it could just be a one-night stand. It could just be situationship. It could be a friends with benefits, maybe a couple weeks, couple months. You're not going to get commitment. He's going to be seeing other women. So this is the differential here. So when women have not made a determination of where they stand when it comes to dating, they're going to think, oh, I deserve this caliber of guy. And that caliber of guy will give you short-term sex or short-term something. But if what you want is commitment, you're not going to get it.
And this is how you get all men are trash coming out of their mouths, because they shoot out their league, get disappointed, and then blame all men. It's a vicious cycle.
And then all the while, you're going to be looking at guys who are actually on your level, and you've been used to a certain caliber of guy. The guy who's on your level, who you should be matching up with, that's the guy who's willing to give you commitment because you're on his level. You're going to think that guy's below you. So you're going to ignore him. You're going to ignore the guy who's actually going to give you a relationship. You're going to keep chasing after these super attractive guys. And it could be attractive, not just looks. It could be socioeconomic. It could be status. It could be wealth, whatever it is. Could even be personality driven. You're going to be chasing after these dudes who won't give you commitment. So that's why it's important to know where you stand, because it's really easy for y'all to go and fuck the hot fuckboy guy. He's not going to give you commitment. And then you're going to curve the guys who are actually on your league, in your level.
And by the time you wake up and realize that this was reality, it might be a little too late by then. You know, the guys that are on your level now would have already moved on without you. So it's better for you to know where you stand and seek that level.
On your level.
That's what you're saying, though. Like,
that's exactly what. Okay,
because
let me ask you guys a question. Hold on. So I'll paint it like this. If I can sleep with a girl, I have a really high confidence level. I can get her into a relationship. Really high confidence. Not all, maybe not all the time, but really confident. Any girl that I can sleep with, I can get her into a relationship. How confident are you that the guys that you can sleep with want a relationship with you?
Well, I think asking me and asking a skinny person is a little bit different, because in the fat world, like, I am a higher caliber fat girl.
What? How? Hold on, bro. How?
I mean, I take care of myself. I'm always dressed nice, and
I didn't know there was calibers to this big girl world. The only thing I knew for certain was there was calories.
Because in that world, like, there is fat people don't take care of themselves and don't do so. Obviously, like, in that world, like, I'm dating people who are really attractive. Like,
So that was a lie.
that's what I'm saying. Like, you say that it shouldn't be accessible to me, but it is. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, am I not supposed to date the hot person just because you don't think I'm a 10? Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, if you can get commitment, then
I've
go for
dated
it.
multiple. That's what. There's so many men.
Okay,
who
dating. Okay.
You're saying a commitment is like a ring on the finger, not like dating, holding my hand in public kind of stuff. Like,
I mean, it could be an exclusive boyfriend-girlfriend situation. The ultimate commitment would be marriage or some other form of, similar sort of commitment.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just that view is a little, I don't know, outreached. Like, I feel like I'm allowed to date if someone thinks I'm hot and they're a 10, like, who cares? Like, I'm allowed to date them, and that happens very often. Like, there's people who are different attractive levels that date. Like, that's okay. Like,
Hey, that's fine by me. Just know when you're getting strung along, though. You don't want to be wasting your time out here.
it's okay to date someone who's not as attractive to you, and I don't think that like skews your view on like your self-worth. Like, I know like if I had to tell someone what my number was, I could realistically say that, because I'm also like not stupid, but I don't think me feeling like I'm a 10 also makes me not be able to like realize that this is my league or whatever. Like, I think you're allowed to date out your league too. Like, if you want the hot Victoria's Secret model, why can't you want that? Like,
well, there's a difference.
and that doesn't skew your, well, because you're a man?
Absolutely. Hold on. So you don't think you genuinely don't think it would skew men's perspective if this dynamic was flipped? So for example, let's say it was the case that average looking men, average guys could fuck top tier women, but those top tier women only wanted those average guys for sex.
I'm gonna come. Oh.
And then those average women were kind of getting pushed out of dating, like the marketplace a little bit, the average women, because the average men on their level were dating up and not dating up. They were getting their sexual needs and they were chasing these really attractive women.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think that would skew? Like, if I could, for example, if I or other guys or frat guys at UCSB could just run through fucking beautiful model tier women, why would they ever get into a relationship with an average girl? Why?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I'm saying, why is it a problem? Like, what's your, like, if they can do that, do that. Like, I don't think they need to think of like, oh, this is messing up the women's dating, the men's dating. Like, I don't think that deeply. Like, you're allowed to date whoever you want without it being like a statistic. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
But so that's not happening though. So the reverse of what I just explained is happening.
Yeah.
You have women, typically average women or above average women, who do have access to the most attractive men. And those men are typically like just running through girls. They're dating like 10 different women at the same time. They've got a roster, and some women move that way too, but they're just dating all the other attractive guys also. So you have like a cohort of men who are zeroed out when it comes to dating a little bit. And so if it was the case that you had average, like we flip the roles, average men, imagine from the age of 18 to 30, average looking dudes refused to commit to women and have relationships because they were out fucking models. But the models didn't want any, they just wanted to fuck the guys a couple times. That's what's happening, but with women. So it's like, okay, you would agree though, if average dudes could just fuck a bunch of hot women, but they could never get commitment from them, you would agree that these guys would be far less inclined to like go ahead and get into a relationship with like their looks equivalent?
No, because I think people, like, even women have like times in college that they're, you know, having fun and doing stuff with people out of their league, in their league, whatever. And then at one point, the person that they marry is usually like someone around their like common interest or common whatever. Like, I don't think
that's exactly what's happening.
I understand,
that's
but I'm saying
terrible thing though.
But I'm saying you can't stop it. It's going to keep happening. Like, why? Like, who cares?
She doesn't care because she can't relate. Even as a big girl, she has options, so she feels no empathy for the guys that are excluded out of the dating scene. It is what it is.
Cares if someone's fucking someone who's a 10 and they're a 5. Like, I just don't care, and I don't think it's that affecting everything else. Like,
sure, I think I can tell you why. So, have you ever dated a guy and then he did not measure up to a previous guy you done dealt with?
Yes.
And did that have an
I'm
impact?
talking about looks or everything.
Sure, it could be anything.
Then yes.
But it could also be looks.
Okay.
Right. And did that have an impact on that relationship?
No, because
Really?
that's what I'm saying. I think I'm a different like I just don't think like that. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't, if I'm dating a hot person doesn't mean I'm gonna, like I would date anyone. Like I don't care if they don't have a freaking left arm.
Does somebody else want to fucking weigh in? Holy fuck, dude.
You're mad that I'm middle ground?
Well, you've been hogging the mic a little bit.
You're talking to me.
Well,
So
no,
we can
this
move
was
on.
a generalized question for the panel.
Okay, go ahead.
The hottest guys, I feel like though, you don't want those guys as the long term because they're the ones that tend to have the most trauma and the most baggage, and that's why they end up with other people that are in the same, other women that are in the same boat as them. So
is that your opinion, or like is that a statistic that hot guys have trauma and baggage?
It's been my personal experience.
Gotcha. So
So the hotter they are, the more baggage they bring to the table, and they could say that about women as well. And I know they do, and that's not fair, but
So it should make perfect sense when men say women with high body counts are less desirable.
at some point, yeah, the average man will go look for the average woman because he doesn't want to deal with the hot girl's bullshit because they're just.
But average guys don't have access to hot women.
Yes, they do.
No,
Yes, they
don't.
do.
How so? Explain it to me.
Maybe not as much, but
Look, I've already. Okay, here's the differential. Let me ask you guys a question. Who here has had a one night stand? No shame. Who's had a one night stand? I've had a one night stand. Who's had a one night stand?
isn't one night stand you never talk to him again?
Okay, you hooked up with a guy. Nobody, really? Fucking liars. Okay. So, anyways,
God, no, we
here's. Look, I know some of you haven't, but here's the difference: is as a woman, if you are inclined towards having a one night stand, if you are gonna break your rules and you are gonna be like, I kind of prefer like something a bit more serious, but oh, he's really hot, I'm gonna just hook up with him, whatever. That's the way women sort of tend to lean. If you are gonna have a hookup, he better at least be really hot. Men operate differently. Men, if we're just having a hookup, men just want to, I mean, obviously you want to get the best, the hottest you can get, but men will go down in order to get said hookup.
You ain't lying.
Whereas women will be way more selective when it comes to who they're going to hook up with. So there's even a differential there. Like men, like average men are not like just constantly be able to get access to women outside of their league.
Maybe not constantly, but it does happen.
It does happen.
So instead of just agreeing with them, you're going to cling on to an exception to prove your point. Ladies, take a step back, take a deep breath, and hold this L.
That's what I call a chain reaction.
Manifest my own destiny. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. The perfect recipe. May they remember me. My words will live on. I'm guided by an energy, a flame. Hold it close to you. Check out my melodies. Is it the media that's been leading you? I'll show you a thing. Misdirection, what's the message? They don't want you to win.
As much as we all like to rip on men, this is time to take some accountability.